Talk about 7b 8a, zeros of quadratic functions. So let's go over these important words. Solution, zero, roots, x-intercept, and ground. Remember, all of these mean the same thing. They mean the x-intercept, where we touch the x-axis. If we were to draw a graph, it's where we touch the x-axis, this line right here, okay? The x. So, then we have positive, which is the positive number, and then we have negative, which is the negative number. So let's go ahead and read our first question. Example 1, what is the solution set for 2x squared plus 15 equals negative 11x? So in this equation, if we split the equation in half, we have 2x squared plus 15 on one side, then we have negative 11x on the other side. So what we need to do is solve for one side, move everything to one side. So we draw a line, and then we ask ourselves, what's easier to move, the 2x plus 15 to the right side, or the negative 11x to the left side? In my opinion, it's easier to move one thing. So what's the opposite of negative 11x? Positive 11x on both sides. This goes away, and you just write your new equation. So you just copy this and copy the bottom one. So 2x squared plus 15 plus 11x. So then now we're going to graph this. So we're going to go to New Document, press No, Add Graph, 2x squared plus 15 plus 11x. Enter. And then after we use graph, our thing is to use menu 5 1. Menu 5 1. And our important word, was solution set, which means x-intercepts, which are zeros. So when we're looking at the graph, see how this says y-intercept? We're going to see where it says zeros. So we have negative 2.50, and then if we keep going, we get negative 30. So if I'm looking at these, I have negative 3 and negative 2.5. This one neither of these numbers match, so eliminate that. This one is positive, that doesn't match, that doesn't match, that doesn't match, that doesn't match. This is negative 3, this is negative 2.5. When it says solution set are those brackets. That's why they're both x values, but D will be your answer because it matches your x values. So let's try number 2, example 2. What is the positive solution to this equation? So we're looking for positive solution. Remember, solution is the x-intercept, which is also known as 0 in the graph. And this word right here is very important, positive, okay? So let's first look at our equation. If we split it in half, we see that 135 is not on the same side, and that's the easier thing to move. This is gonna be too hard to move. So let's move this 135 to the side. The opposite of 135 is gonna be negative 135. Negative 135. So this goes away, and we have 4x squared plus 12x minus 135. And we're going to graph it. We're going to graph. So go here, new document, put no, add graph, 4x squared plus 12x minus 135, enter. Okay, so then to check our points, we're going to do menu 5 1. Remember, we're looking for that word 0. Menu 5 1. So, and another thing is, if you look at the top of the graph, you can see the tally marks. Like right here, these little bitty lines, those are your tally marks. So keep going up past it. So I have this point, 4.50, and I see the other point is on the left side, so I have to go all the way to the left. and I have negative 7.50. But I have a box for my answer. And the thing is, if we're paying attention right here, it says positive. Out of these two numbers right here, the only one that's positive is the 4.5. This is a negative number, so we can ignore that one. So my answer will be positive 4.5.